Queen's Comic Podcast. Hey, let's go.
Hey, what's up, folks? We're the Queen's Comic Podcast. How are you? I'm Billy Bombs.
I'm Ian.
And we had a great Friday in Terrificon up in Connecticut.
It was a good show.
Yeah. How much did you have fun with it? Sorry, I'm poking. I'd rather look at you than look at myself. Do you want to start off with some of the stuff you got for the weekend, or I should?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. I got a little bit of a mix of everything because I picked up some stuff at a flea market as well. But let's start off with this one I missed out. You got it before me at another show, Electra Lives.
Nice. Is that the hardcover?
I got it. Huh?
Is that the hardcover?
No, I think it's a soft cover.
Okay.
But it's cool. I also got Planet of the Apes, the record.
Does it actually have the record?
Yeah, the guy had it.
Very cool.
$1. I got the Sam Keith Batman and Max Arkham Dreams.
Have you read that? Have you read that before?
No. I wanted it so bad. Everything was $1 with this guy.
That's a steal for $1. That's a really fun read. It's some of Keith's craziest artwork too. I like the way he draws Batman. I know plenty of people do not. I happen to love it. So maybe I'm a bit biased, but yeah, a lot of fantastic artwork in that. For $1, you scored.
Yeah, I definitely did. And I got something here that maybe you wanted, but I wanted to get it first. A book, or like we like to call them, a wordy.
Yeah,
you got this one, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I figured that, but I was like, for $1, I can't say no.
No, for $1, I'd have grabbed it too.
Yeah, I love stuff like this. But then let me grab. We also have some books we missed last week, so I want to try and get all of them.
Sure.
All right. Bags and Borbs on Instagram had a great sale, and I wanted to read this book for a while. Starship Troopers, was it Insect Touch by Warren Ellis.
I did not know Warren Ellis did a Starship Troopers book.
Neither did I. I thought that was cool. One of our friends gave us this book. He asked if you needed it. He was like, it's for one of you guys, but I figured it's Big Joe, Uncle Joe.
Oh, okay.
Ghost Manor 56.
Yeah, I do need that one. That's a pretty cool cover on that too.
And then it's yours, brother, man. I'll put it on the side.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know you enough to know that I was like, yo, he's definitely gonna want that.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm moving stuff around because we still are kind of like I ran in. Today was a long day, but yeah, my lawyer took care of it, so thank God.
We'll leave it at that.
World War III Illustrated #9.
Oh, nice. How far are you away from having all of them now?
I really only need the first 25. Number 1 is the hardest, but I'm looking for them little by little. I want to say I have maybe 10 books out of the first 25, but it's kind of a search of joy.
Yeah. Because
not many people are looking for them. I have a couple of them. The teens I have a lot of, but give it time, I'll find them all.
Yep. And
I just like being a look for books. My favorite other thing to get is Eastman covers. He did Iron Fist cover with Sabretooth versus Iron Fist.
Yeah, I like
Kevin
that.
Eastman.
I like that.
Beautiful cover. I had to grab this at Terrificon. They had a free book. Yep. This was a fantastic show. We'll go into detail either in between our books or I guess I'll go first. Then let's talk about how great Terrificon was. Then we'll jump into your books.
Sure.
One of the oddball things I picked up, the 25th anniversary of San Diego Comic-Con convention book with a Simpsons cover.
That's pretty cool. I've never seen that before.
Yeah. There's only 2 books from San Diego Comic-Con I want. Well, 3. First, Hellboy, which is the promo.
Yeah.
And then a Stan Sakai cover of Hellboy and Usagi Yojimbo. And then let's grab some more books. Sorry, guys. We're ready, but we have just so much comics, man. All right. The last ones, I apologize, and then we'll jump to the show. American Splendor number 16. This is some of the hardest books to find in the wild.
Yeah.
A lot of print run, except for number 2, I heard. And even number 4, there's a lot of printing. This, just nobody has them. People read them, or they treat them like magazines and don't put them nowhere.
Right.
I never see them at shows. 2 more books before I get to the grand prize winner. I got myself the Ninja Turtles by Jason Aaron. I didn't get a chance to read it yet, but I know it's going to be good.
I read it. I didn't.
Did you like it?
I liked it enough that I'll check out issue 2.
Oh, excellent. I know I want to start running a series of books to read. I just don't like the fact there's so many covers.
Right. So that's how IDW does it, especially the new launch of a #1 title. I will say, like, so you know the premise, right? The first 4 issues are going to concentrate on an individual turtle. So this one, I won't spoil it, but it's a prison story.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't get a chance to read it yet, so I want to get into it.
So we'll talk about it next week.
Deal. A cover that made the Hot 10 list, Jenny Frisian's Zatanna.
It is a pretty nice cover, yeah.
It's beautiful. I love Zatanna. I bought it from my buddy. Did I show you the Beetlejuice book I got?
I think so.
All right, last week we did the House of Beetlejuice from the House of Mystery.
I don't think you showed it on camera. I think you sent me a text with the picture.
Let me show that real quick because it's beautiful.
It's a Kelly Jones cover, right?
Yes, sir. That's why I was like, oh my God, a Kelly Jones book. We can't give that up. Because when else am I going to have like a really good Kelly Jones book?
Wow, if you go back to the 90s, there's tons of them.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, to do a Beetlejuice one now.
Yeah.
All right, give me 1 second. I apologize, folks. I'm usually worse than this. Yeah, here we go. How awesome is this?
It's pretty cool. I actually didn't pick it up. I grabbed the foil facsimile instead because I'm like a Barracuda. I'm drawn to shiny things. But I want to get it. I will get that at some point.
I love the Beetlejuice covers. There's one other one that's very chibi looking, which is like Japanese cartoony.
Mm-hmm.
I love it with the sandworms. And then I forgot to get this. One of the DC brothers gave me the Fantastic Four Italian book, and it has Daredevil Born Again in it.
Oh, that's cool.
And this is from Italy. And I forgot. Oh yeah, here it is. Devil Renascita, Born Again.
Did you get that? You got that at Terrificon?
No. I got it as a gift from one of the guys. I kept forgetting to show it on the show.
Oh, okay.
This has been like 3 episodes in. I keep forgetting, and I didn't want to. All right, and I only got 4 items at Terrificon.
Right.
Oh, actually, I got 7 items, but 3 were the same thing.
Yeah.
I got all the Kiss statues.
Mm-hmm.
I had Peter Criss, then I got the whole band. I got Dexter's Laboratory original artwork from the comics. And I got one other thing. I got one toy, and then I got this baby right here.
Oh, I know all about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was shocked that you found that.
I'm shocked, but the guy who had it was Mike Carbo of Big Apple Comic Con.
Of course. It makes sense.
The guy in my neighborhood. The legend himself.
Sense.
The godfather of comic book cons.
Yeah, little did you know that book was sitting in a basement like 2 miles from your house.
Maybe. And it's fantastic. It is a bit trim, but it's never going to leave me. When they find my floating corpse in this apartment, you can come get it. But this has been my grail for 2 years.
I know.
Now I have nothing to really look for.
I tried.
I might get. Huh?
I tried last year to get you one on Whatnot. There was one in an auction going on for one in a room that I was in, and it wound up going for a ridiculous amount of money.
Yeah, don't worry. I felt like I got the best copy. I've seen only 2 copies online that were beat.
Yeah.
But nobody had this book out there. I love Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel Jr. is definitely one of my favorite characters as well, because I like the premise of it.
Mm-hmm.
But this, to me, this made 2 years of comic book shows, made me very happy. Yep. I'm happy to finally have my hands on it. Thank you, Michael. Thank you to Sean from Pop Fuzz who found it.
Yeah.
He went around to every dealer at Terrificon and was like, I need Captain Marvel Jr. 119, the electric chair cover.
And you found it.
And you'll see it in his video.
You found it within like a half hour of the show opening too, didn't you?
Yeah, but he hit up 8 different vendors.
Okay.
You know, he hit up 8 different vendors till he got it.
Yeah, it was meant to be yours.
What's up?
It was meant to be yours.
Totally. But of all people, Mike Carbo. Yeah. And he gave me a great deal on it because we love Big Apple Comic Con. Like, that's the New York original. So we're hoping to do more stuff with them. In November, we're going to be at the show with the Queen's Comic Party guys, and we're going to have a ball.
We'll see if he remembers my name.
Yo, give him time. Give him time. Well, do you want to talk about the show, and then let's get into your stuff? Because Terrificon blew me away.
So I had been to Terrificon before. I knew what to expect. You had not. I will say
not at all.
I will say this, that when we got there, the line was a lot more intimidating than when I went 2 years ago.
Oh yeah, I believe that. I was nervous when I saw that line.
It went a long way back through that convention center. But the show opened at 1:30. We were on the floor by 1:45.
100%.
Yeah. So the
100%. They were smooth,
full marks to their
professional.
security. Full marks to their security team, the team that was checking the passes, everything. They were polite, they were friendly, they were efficient, they weren't causing any drama or any nonsense. They wanted to get people through quickly while taking the proper safety precautions that unfortunately you have to take with a big show these days. No problems. I really don't have, the only complaint I have is not the convention's fault, and that was the traffic was garbage on the way home.
Yeah, that one shocked me, but I've never sat on a highway for 99 straight miles.
Yeah.
One way. I was shocked. And then the Mohegan Sun, great place. I am not a gambler, but on the way out, we saw the crowd coming in. My people can gamble. It was like all of the Bronx and North Queens was there. And I was like, holy smokes. I saw cousins, everything coming up there. But I'm not a gambler. So we left. We had fun. One of our friends hit it. He tried it for a few minutes, and that covered his whole cost for the show, which was excellent.
And then some. I went hunting with him the next day, and he bought a big book. But I will.
What did he get?
Huh?
Oh, I'll let him show it at the show. I know
he'll show it at the show. Yeah, he'll show it at the show on Sunday.
Oh, we're gonna have a big surprise on Sunday as well.
Yeah, anybody who is around in the New York City area is gonna want to go to 148 Frost Street in Brooklyn on Sunday. What are we opening at? 10 a.m. Right?
10 a.m. The Brooklyn Invasions. It's going to be Queen's Comic Party's 3rd birthday. 3 years of doing shows. We have close to 60 shows we've done a year altogether.
Wow. That's wild.
Yeah, because we are relentless. We have done 2, 3, 4 shows a month, different locations. And we're also going to start expanding. And it's going to be great because they're still going to stay affordable. We're still going to have fun. We want you to have a 3rd place and come have a good time.
Yeah.
Buy a comic book. If you ain't got no money, don't worry about it. Come by, say hello.
That's it.
Don't sweat it. This is your space to be there.
People who've never been don't understand that it's as much a social thing as it is a capitalism thing or a collectible thing.
Yes.
It's a
this was
hangout.
all started just to get out of the pandemic.
There have been times where friends have shown up just to have a beer and hang out and talk for an hour or two, and they've left without a single comic book in their hand, and that's fine with me.
Yeah, because we work hard jobs during the week.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong. I do understand that a lot of vendors we get this is their profession.
Sure.
But we keep the cost so low that it's worth it to come. It's not like other shows that like $200 a table.
Right.
I don't know where you get the gall for because my rental prices are the same as yours.
Yeah.
My advertisements are way better than yours.
Mm-hmm.
And my attitude is definitely way better than yours. But
yeah,
it's all about money. And for me, it's all about a comic book community, which everybody hates that word. But that's why I don't say community. I call it a comic book party.
Yeah, that's the right way to describe it.
Yeah, you want to come? Let's party. You don't? Come visit, come say hello, watch a video. Pop Comics has been posting videos of the shows. If you're not with us, watch it there, leave a comment, and join us on YouTube as well.
Yeah, we posted a link to his video from the Queen show in our last video. And in this video, I will post in the below the show notes. That's the word I'm looking for. I'll post a link to his video from Terrificon because he got a lot of good footage.
Yeah, well, he rode with us, and he was a great ride. Like he's a great conversation on the ride.
Oh yeah, there was no shortage of stuff to talk about with the 4 of us in the car. It was fun.
Yeah, usually me, I sleep the entire ride. And I feel bad for you.
Honestly shocked me. When I wasn't swearing at other drivers trying to kill us, I was having a good time. So
yeah. Even when I drove to your house, when we were talking on my phone to yours,
mm-hmm.
You heard me screaming at some guy. I was like, "Well, where'd you come from, you moron?"
Yeah, exactly.
Why are you making a turn on Broadway and Roosevelt?
Mm-hmm. I believe it.
Yeah, the guy made a turn right into me and a fire truck.
It's New York, right? What are you gonna do?
Nah, it's New York driving. What about you? What'd you get?
All right, I'll show off some stuff. So, first on the pile, very happy to get this Squatron number 7.
That was the same guy had American Splendor. What a great find! When you pulled that up, I was like, "Yes."
He had really good stuff. So this is an EC fanzine from the early 70s. It's got some unpublished Frank Frazetta artwork, some unpublished Al Williamson strips in it. Gorgeous cover by, I want to say, I thought it was Jack Davis last night, but no, it's Johnny. Johnny Craig did the back cover. The back cover is signed. The front cover looks like the similar style, so I'm going with Johnny Craig on it. Anyway.
But look at the condition, how great it is.
Yeah, it's in nice shape. It's a cool old fanzine from the 70s with some unpublished Frazetta art, some unpublished wood art. It has a really interesting piece about what went into creating the photographs that they used for promotional purposes. Let me find this here. Yeah, when they made the Lunatics, so back when EC was still publishing, they had some of the artists dress up as the three main characters.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so there's some behind the scenes pictures from that in there. And then that's what the pictures wound up turning out like.
That is awesome.
Yeah, pretty neat stuff. So if you're an EC nerd like I am, you gotta love picking up these old fanzines. Not super easy to find either.
Bro, that was one of the few people that had magazine-sized stuff.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of people just walk past it because they don't like the oversized books, but whatever, it's their loss.
Yeah, I got American Splendor and The Simpsons from the guy.
Yeah, that same vendor. I got an issue of Arcade that I needed, number 3. For
Beautiful.
$6. Yeah, so I was happy. $6. I'll pick up any Arcade I can for $6. The first vendor we saw, I didn't catch his name. Friendly guy with a really long white beard. He was out in the entryway.
Oh, I got his Dexter's Laboratory art from him.
Right.
And just so you know, real quick, a lot of the artwork he had that was like more newer was all people I used to hang out at punk shows.
Okay.
It was my friend Heather Benjamin, Becky Cloonan's artwork. He was buying up all young artists and reselling. It was phenomenal.
He's smart.
Yeah. And now I'm like, and then last night I saw some of these people. And we had a punk show at one of the venues that I run, and it was freaking great to see them.
He had, I think, the best selection of anybody there.
Yeah, dude, the Bernie Wrightson signed stuff.
Yeah.
The artwork on the wall. He was like, you want to see the big stuff? I was like, no.
Yeah.
Please don't.
In terms of like the stuff that I collect and the stuff that I'm into, tons of old undergrounds, old horror, smutty stuff.
Remember the magazines he had, the newspaper one?
He had the old crumb newspapers from before he was doing the underground stuff, like the East Village Other and some of the environmental newspapers that he was working on later in his career. He had a complete run of Humbug, a complete run of Help, like the Kurtzman magazines, post-DC Kurtzman magazines. He had a ton of amazing stuff. And
If
from
next
that
time
guy,
I see him, I would. Sorry.
I picked up a few Eerie Publications.
Oh, hit me with this.
So I got Terror Tales.
That is awesome.
Love that impalement cover. I got Horror
It
Tales.
looks like Don Heck.
I don't know what the hell's going on in this cover. It's insane. It's a woman being boiled in acid by a blood-covered robot. Tales of Voodoo issue with a nice vampire cover.
That is awesome.
And then another issue of Tales of Voodoo with what looks like a werewolf staking a vampire.
That's awesome.
So anyone who appreciates the garishness and the craziness of those Eerie Publications covers, I'm going to give a shout out to my friend Mike Howlett. He wrote a book on the history of Eerie Publications and put out a second book that compiles every one of the covers that they ever published. Highly recommend both of those.
Was that the same guy we were talking about?
No, this is a friend of mine who lives in Boston.
No. I meant the guy who sold the stuff. Did you get that from that first guy?
Oh, yeah. No, those
beard?
are from the first guy. Yeah.
Next time we see him, let's grab one of those newspapers because I would love for you to go into some dive into what are those because I never saw them.
Yeah, I've seen them around, but those were in unusually nice shape. When you see them, they're usually falling apart. So
yeah, it was haunting me. I wanted them.
That's the book.
That's your friend's book. That's phenomenal.
Yeah, it's so good. It's my friend Mike put it out, and it's literally everything they did: the horror stuff, the sci-fi stuff, the Western stuff, in chronological order. It goes over where covers were recycled and redrawn because they reused a lot of art. It's a gorgeous hardcover. Now I believe this is out of print. Fantico put it out, and Fantico's stuff doesn't seem to stay in print for too long, but if you can find yourself a copy, pick it up. Getting back to what I bought at the con, censor this one.
Oh yeah, you found a great books.
Yeah, I was missing that one. And then this one I don't have to censor. Another one, Cherry's Jubilee. I also got the Terrificon program. This one I'm very happy with. So I've spoken before about my love of Ken Landgraf's artwork, the guy who did New York City Outlaws. So he was there. And there was no line for most of the artists in Artist Alley on Friday.
No, I said hello to Scott. Greg Capullo had a couple people, but you could say hello to him and walking by. He was like, oh, hey, what's up, bro?
Yeah. He had a bit of a line. Claremont had like 15, 20 people. Adam Hughes had like 5 or 10 people, but a lot of the guys you could just walk up. You'd have to wait in line. Landgraf was just kind of sitting there doing his thing, so I went up and I talked to him. We had a very thrilling conversation about traffic. He's a Queens guy too, so he drove the same route we did. Anyway, he had some of his Kickstarter exclusives there for $10. So I was like, all right. So I picked up Ghoul Butcher, which is a story about a guy named Warren who wakes up to find that the dead are no longer dead. So it's kind of a zombie story, but it's not a typical zombie story because when the dead are no longer dead, that means not just humans, it means animals. It means you go to the museum and like the whale hanging from the from the roof, or the stuffed shark, or the stuffed mummies, like everything's coming back to life. So I had a nice talk with him, and he signed it for free, and then he remarked it on the back for me as well.
I love that. That's
Really
awesome,
cool.
bro.
Yeah, I want to get him out to one of our shows.
He's more than welcome. Let's start setting it up, man.
He lives in Flushing.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah. And then I picked up 3 Joe Linsner sketchbooks. So this is the first of the Joe Linsner sketchbooks that he ever did. Getting a bit of glare off that.
No problem.
And then I got the 2003 one, which is signed.
Excellent. I have I have one of your books with Joe Linsner still.
Nice. Okay. And then the 2005 sketchbook as well. So I'm trying to pick all of these up. They're not super easy to find because he only sold them at shows, so the print runs aren't massive on them, but they're out there. Speaking of Linsner, for $1, I had never seen this before. I found it in a dollar bin. That's
is that Virgin
cover.
Comics? Those are so oddball books.
It's a variant cover for Jenna Jameson's Shadowhunter. I'm sure the comic is probably not good. I mean, she wrote it. Give her credit for that.
Virgin Comics are some of the weirdest books I've ever seen or picked up.
Yeah, a lot of like celebrity influencer nonsense going on there. Anyway, but that Linsner cover is solid for $1. I wasn't going to leave it there.
Hell yeah.
I've expressed my love for Silverwolf comics in the past. Silverwolf comics, for whatever reason, they were just pumping out so much crap in their prime. They put out a selection of trivia books, and I found a super pristine copy of Silverwolf Trivia #1, which it's literally just text pages of trivia. It's nonsense.
That's great.
Total nonsense. But for the hardcore nerds out there, that silhouette is Grips, and that pose, I believe, was, I mean, it's all blacked out there, but that's taken from a Tim Vigil issue. So it's technically a Tim Vigil cover. So that's why I had to have it.
Excellent. No, you are.
I bought this. I don't know what it is, but I will pick up any of those like Power Comics type things if I find them cheap. Look at that cover.
Yeah, forget about it. That's great.
I found the first printing of the Tundra Madman #1 for $1. I was pretty happy about that.
That's a good one. I that weird mask always got to me.
Yeah. An EC reprint that I needed.
Nice.
Satanica Tales. Glenn Danzig wrote it. The reason I wanted this one is Junko Mizuno did some of the artwork inside. I don't know if you're familiar with her stuff or not. She's a Japanese artist who kind of got popular in the early 2000s. She doesn't do a lot of comic book work. First issue of Doc Frankenstein. Sean.
Oh, nice. You had the other ones last week.
Yeah, Sean gave me 2, 3, 4, and 5 last week or 2 weeks ago. I have an issue 1 floating around somewhere, but it's a different cover, and I don't know where it is. So I thought for $1, I'll pick it up, and now I can read it without having to look for my other one. The final issue of Charlton Horror's Professor Coffin. Another dollar bin score.
I love stuff like that. What a great cover with so much going on.
Yeah, a couple of issues of Amazing Heroes for $1.
Oh, I have that one still. I love that cover.
Keon. Yeah, and then I like this one for the Sam Keith cover.
Oh, that is excellent. His
Pretty
Ghost
awesome.
Rider always looks wild.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. And then Saturday when I went to Anthony's, Streetside Anthony's, shout out to him. He was cool enough. Well, this was sitting in his bins, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you in a cave?
No, I'm here.
Okay.
It's just my dog is going wild.
All right. This was sitting in his bin, and I freaked out when I saw it because I've wanted this book since I was like 10 or 11 years old.
That is a fantastic cover.
It's so good. And anytime I saw it, it was either way too expensive or way too beat up. So
yes, same.
This is a lower grade copy, but when I told him about it, he was just like, here, take it. I mean, I was buying a bunch of other stuff, but he just handed it to me as a gift. So super nice of him. Gorgeous Mike Kaluta cover. Very happy to have this.
That's not a Neil Adams cover?
No, it's Michael Kaluta.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
And then also from him, I picked up the first and only issue of the Evil Knievel comic. Is a promo from 1974. It might have come with the toy, I'm not sure, or it might have just been a giveaway. But I mean, can't leave an Evil Knievel comic in the bins.
100%. That's awesome.
Yeah. And then after that, I went to Midtown to pick up my books for the week, and I got this for $6.
No.
Issue 1 and 2, they're both in there.
Jealous. I just brought the oversized one into my house.
Yeah. So,
oh man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rob your house when you're not looking one day.
I don't know why they were so cheap, but I wasn't gonna.
Who cares? Enjoy them. I have the trade. I have the hardcover. I have the oversized, and somewhere here's the action figure, but I think I have to buy the new one.
Okay.
I love Big Guy and Rusty.
I do too. It's pretty fun. It's funny. When I brought it home, I asked my wife, "Do you remember the cartoon?"
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So she
the
didn't remember.
Adventures of Big Guy and Rusty. I'm not gonna lie to you. I always thought they were Dark Horse Presents issues that were added up into a trade.
Nope.
I did not know there were 2 issues. That's why I'm a little bit like, wow, you know?
Yeah. There's only 2 issues. That's the whole run.
Oh, excellent. Even better. It's like Monkey Man O'Brien. There's only 3 issues, maybe 1 extra story somewhere else.
Right. But yeah, that's what I picked up this last week.
Oh, you also got that book for me, right?
Yeah, I do.
You want to show it off? It's a cool cover.
Yeah, hold on.
Dude, I love that cover.
It's they definitely sexed her up, didn't they?
Yeah, but it's just that her face is awesome. Its drawing is dope. It's very British to me.
It's a good cover. It's also, if you look at it, sort of an EC homage. With the characters on the sides and the trade dress up top. Yeah. But the Japanese characters kind of throw it off. But I think Dan Panosian did this. He did a nice job on it, I'll admit.
100%. Thank you for picking it up. For some reason, I can't make an account with Midtown.
Yeah, I don't know what's up.
That's a Midtown exclusive.
It is a Midtown exclusive.
I'm not gonna lie to you. At the show, you got me hooked on something, and I had to hold it back. Between you and Sean, Pop Fuzz, you guys kept pulling out beautiful covers of Metal Hurlant, and they reminded me of Alien Worlds, and I love Alien Worlds. But I'm running out of books to collect that I would like for my own PC, and I think I'm gonna start just hunting down those random covers.
You're gonna start trying to get the Metal Hurlant, the actual French ones?
Yeah, just for those beautiful covers.
Yeah, they are nice. They're not easy to find.
No, but if I see them, I'm gonna grab it.
Yeah.
Because after I'm done with American Splendor, number 1 is gonna be the hardest one.
Yeah.
After that, let's see. No, the hardest issues are 1 and 2 of that, and I can get the rest. World War III Illustrated and Book Your Own Effing Life. The DIY magazine. I want to try and get the other 8 issues. It sounds dumb, but my stuff is more eclectic to be punk rock. And I don't think it gets any more punk rock than indie books. You have a great collection. I can't keep and compete, but I love trades. And I'm hoping to see more of them out there. Like New York City Outlaws made me so happy they came out.
I told Ken when I saw him, I said, I'm so happy this came out because issue 5 is insanely difficult to find. And when you do find it, it's one of those things. You're either going to find it in a dollar bin because nobody knows what it is, or it's going to be $400 or $500. Yeah.
Well, even when our friends got Zillion started posting it online, the starting bids were $45 each. And I was like, I didn't even know they were that high, but you told me, you explained it to me. And what years were those? 84, 85?
New York City Outlaws? Yeah, around there.
What is that, like 1999 Bronx, the Battle for the Bronx movies and stuff like that?
It's that type of stuff, the Warriors, that type of stuff.
I love that. I love that. I felt like I went back in time. Like, you know what I hate? When you get memories on Facebook or something like that, and they show all the VHS you might have sold back in the day that you loved films.
Yeah.
And now I was like, I'll never see this stupid film like Ice Pirates of the Escapades, whatever they were called. You know, random films.
Yep.
You know, and I like the little staticky part. You know what I mean?
Yeah. See, I have a nostalgia for VHS. Obviously, I grew up watching it, but I didn't hold on to many tapes. Once DVD and Blu-ray came out, I wanted the better quality.
Well, you know what it is? I'm more of I like popping in and watch. You love the films for films.
Right.
Like, you like the writing, you love the story, you love everything about it. What I respect into people putting into punk rock shows and bands, you respect the people that put into films.
Yeah, there's definitely appreciate the art, the craft that goes into the art form. So approaching it from a different viewpoint, we're both right. Like what you like.
Yeah, we are. But the thing is, what makes me happy is when I see stuff come out on DVD, and I hope everything comes out on Blu-ray. Everybody should see a movie. You're one of those people that you want people to see the films.
Right.
The VHS guys I grew up, they're like, I don't want you to see it. I don't want you to touch it.
Yeah, no, I want to. I mean, that's why I have the website. I want to share.
Yeah, it's like comics. I'm trying to be like that.
Yeah.
Like people are like, are you gonna read the Captain Marvel 119? I said no, but I love the cover, and I hope you love the cover too. And your friend came out with that Eerie book. I can't wait to get my hands on it because I love the covers. If somebody came out with covers of a lot of those Golden Age books, because there is a book, there's the oversized one.
Yeah.
But something where it's a full page, forget it. I would die right now.
Right.
That would make me so happy to see some of the wild shit out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just like a giant Taschen style coffee book or something would be great.
I love those. I've been picking up Soviet posters from like posters of the Soviet era.
Yep.
Because I love looking at that stuff. I hope they come on one for China. I want to see really what this cool American dog has done,
Really cool artwork in some of those.
Bro, you know what it is? It's people who never could escape their circumstances, where they're born, but they're still talented as hell. But this weekend, is there anything big surprises you're going to bring?
To the show? Got some books. I don't know if I want to spoil it.
Don't spoil it, but come on down, folks.
I got some interesting stuff. I got like a short box and a half of stuff that I have never brought to a show before. So I'll have some new inventory, which will be cool. Looking forward to seeing some people there I haven't seen in a while. Like I know Phil's going to show up. I haven't seen him in a while. It's always a good time. There's going to be some new vendors, which is always exciting. So I'm looking forward.
Yeah, we got West Village, Sub-Zero.
Yep.
Badfish came back from Long Island. He brings a nice eclectic difference.
He does.
Because like I was like, yo, you bring out stuff that's just for this show. He's like, yeah, something different. Cool. Cosmic Comics is that's my Godzilla brother. My man is a Gaiju and a half with me. I just got a poster signed from Ultra Mega. Did you get a chance to read that?
No, the Image one?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I haven't read it.
It's brutal, man. It is some painful books to read because they grab you by the heart and they mess you up, man. So Volume 2 is coming out.
So in a good way.
No, it's brutal. It's too brutal, but I will read it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like you can never win in that story.
You know what I did read? The new issue of Moon Knight, which was fine. It was decent enough. It's carrying on with the story. And the latest issue of American Psycho, which I think is the last issue. It was pretty good. The American Psycho series from Behemoth has been good. And I read the new Marvel Red Band Werewolf by Night.
I hope those are good because they do a lot of work with those.
Nope.
The Red Band?
I wanted to like it.
Of course, you bought it. You try it, man.
They put it in a poly bag with this giant red warning on it. The curse words are not spelled out. They use symbols instead. And there's a bit of gore.
I'm not understanding their setup.
I didn't feel like it was really a whole lot gorier than any other Werewolf by Night comic from the last 10 years or like any other Punisher comic or anything. There's 2 panels that are gory. But the whole Red Band thing, it's just marketing. It's to try and get people to pay attention to it. It worked. It got me to pay attention to it. I was like, oh, I'll check this out. Red Band in a poly bag, not for children type thing. Cool. Maybe Marvel's doing something dark like when they did the Marvel Knights stuff, right? No.
Marvel Knights was revolutionary at the time. Joe Quesada and Jimmy Palmiotti and Amanda Connor, everybody involved, Garth Ennis, they went above and beyond.
It's aged that stuff is aged very well.
Yeah, Corbin doing work with Brian Azzarello for Cage. Yeah. You can't beat that, man. You can't beat that. Even the Cloak and Dagger stuff, but with Joe Quesada covers, blown away.
And
you know what I mean?
Punisher run is fantastic.
Say again?
Ennis's Punisher run is fantastic. It's probably the best Punisher, in my opinion.
That's the only omnibus I've read straight through a couple of times. And I'm okay with it. And it incorporates the thing is with the only thing that I hated about it, 2 covers are Steve Dillon's artwork covers, but alternate covers, but the rest are all Tim Bradstreet.
Yep.
and almost everything except for maybe when you get into the 40s is Steve Dillon. And Steve Dillon is phenomenal because people thought it was too cartoony. I was like, it's not.
No,
it's a brilliant run.
Yep.
And Detective Soap in there. The other Punishers when he meets the Wall Street Punisher and then all the other guys who are like just schmucks. I loved it. Then I think it was Ron Garney started doing it, who does Berserk, was doing some interiors. Another guy named Igor, who I'm having a brain fart on his last name. He did interiors. Those are phenomenal because that book kept going. And then the end, the Punisher, the end with Richard Corbin.
Best Punisher story of all time, in my opinion.
Bro, when he tells him, I've saved you for last.
Yeah.
I was like, that is the most badass character. I love comics. But I'm hoping soon Joe Quesada does something again. I know he's not in the like in the mood maybe not to do it, but that guy needs another 12-issue run of something.
He'll come back at some point.
Yeah, it's anything. That guy's artwork's good at anything. His Spider-Man, the last one he did, was cool, but they did that One More Day storyline that a lot of people hated. I don't care. I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm a happy-go-lucky Spider-Man fan.
I think
are we running out of time?
We are.
All right. Well, I'm Billy Bonds for the Queen's Comic Party.
And I'm Ian. We'll talk to you soon.
See you in the next episode. See you, buddy.
Bye.
Queen's Comic Podcast.